Hello Nation, One Pride. I'm Derek and welcome to the channel. Here you will know everything about Lions. The Detroit Lions are in an urgent situation after a season-altering injury to their defensive cornerstone, Aidan Hutchinson, during their Week 6 clash against the Dallas Cowboys. Hutchinson, a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, suffered a severe leg injury, leaving a gaping hole in Detroit's pass-rushing unit. As the trade deadline approaches, speculation is rife about how the Lions will address this significant void. With a winning season still very much in sight, Detroit's front office is combing through potential trade options to keep their defense formidable. Several names have been mentioned in NFL trade rumors, with 3 potential trade targets standing out as logical fits for the Lions. We will delve into the top candidates the Lions could pursue, examining their strengths and how they might fill the void left by Hutchinson. Who should Brad Holmes bring to Detroit? Let's analyze. Firstly, I ask for your help. Leave a like. Many of you watch our content daily and forget to click the thumbs up. This is a humble way to support us. It costs nothing and helps us a lot. I'm grateful to you. Thanks. Za'Darius Smith, currently with the Cleveland Browns, is a seasoned veteran who could provide immediate impact on the edge. At 32 years old, Smith's experience in high-pressure situations makes him a viable option for Detroit. Despite his age, Smith continues to be a productive pass rusher with a notable ability to disrupt quarterbacks. Smith's availability has been a hot topic in NFL trade circles, especially with the Browns potentially looking to shed payroll to accommodate their massive contract with quarterback Deshaun Watson. Smith offers an attractive short-term solution for the Lions, especially considering his capability to take on double teams and still produce pressure. His motor, physicality, and leadership qualities are traits that fit well within the Lions' defensive scheme. Moreover, Smith has the versatility to line up on either side of the defensive line, allowing the Lions to exploit matchups depending on the opponent. His veteran presence would also provide a stabilizing force in the locker room, something that could be crucial in the latter stages of the season. Smith has been relatively healthy this season and has shown no signs of slowing down. Adding him to the roster could bolster Detroit's pass-rushing capabilities and help offset the massive loss of Hutchinson. Chase Young, once the Washington Commanders' defensive gem, has had a roller-coaster career marred by injuries and inconsistency. After a highly promising rookie season, Young's development hit a few roadblocks. However, in 2023, playing under a 1-year contract with the New Orleans Saints, Young has shown flashes of the dominant player many expected him to become. Young's fit in Detroit is slightly more complex. While he has undeniable talent, his effort level has been called into question in past seasons. However, the Lions have built a culture around hard-nosed, relentless football, and a trade to Detroit might reignite Young's passion for the game. Young is also just 24 years old, which makes him an intriguing option for a Lions team looking not only for a Hutchinson replacement, but also for a potential long-term defensive cornerstone. While there are concerns about his consistency, Young's upside remains tantalizing. Although Young's sack total might not jump off the page, his ability to generate pressure and disrupt the backfield remains valuable. If the Lions can harness his potential, Young could be a key player in a late-season push for the playoffs. The Tennessee Titans' Harold Landry represents perhaps the most attractive long-term option for the Lions. Landry has a history of being a consistent and productive pass rusher, and at 28 years old, he still has several productive years ahead of him. Landry is under contract through 2026, which could give Detroit some stability on the edge beyond this season. Landry's contract, while hefty, might be worth the investment. He carries a $23.8 million cap hit in 2024 and just over $24 million in the following 2 seasons. However, his on-field performance justifies the financial commitment. Landry is a proven double-digit sack producer, and he is well on his way to hitting that mark again this season, despite playing only 5 games so far. Landry's athleticism, paired with his ability to bend the edge and create havoc in the pocket, makes him a perfect replacement for Hutchinson. Additionally, his contract status provides the Lions with a long-term solution rather than a rental for the remainder of the season. The Lions' decision will depend on how aggressive they want to be at the trade deadline and whether they prioritize short-term success or a long-term solution. Regardless of the choice, filling Hutchinson's shoes is no easy task, but Detroit's resilient front office is more than capable of finding the right player to keep their defense in contention. Another confirmation that came out in the media, and we will check it now, it could be another path, another solution for Detroit. Let's check it out. The Detroit Lions are reportedly eyeing New York Jets pass rusher Haason Reddick to fill the significant gap left by Aidan Hutchinson. This interest comes as Hutchinson, the Lions' dominant edge rusher, is likely out for the season after suffering a fractured tibia and fibula in a win against the Dallas Cowboys. Hutchinson, who has been an instrumental force in the Lions' defense with an NFL-leading 7.5 sacks this season, is undergoing surgery, and his absence leaves Detroit scrambling to find an equally productive replacement. Haason Reddick, a veteran defensive end with a proven track record, is the primary target for Detroit. His contract dispute with the New York Jets has kept him off the field this season, but the Lions are keen to take advantage of the situation. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reported that the Lions have checked on Reddick's availability, as the Jets have granted Reddick permission to seek a trade due to his ongoing holdout. Reddick has established himself as one of the league's most consistent pass rushers, having recorded double-digit sacks in the last 2 seasons. In 2022, he had a career-high 16 sacks and followed that up with 11 sacks in 2023, earning his first 2 Pro Bowl appearances. Despite this, Reddick was traded from the Philadelphia Eagles to the Jets in the offseason, but his refusal to report to the team without a new contract has led to his absence on the field. For the Lions, acquiring Reddick would inject a much-needed dose of experience and productivity to a defense now without its star player. With Hutchinson sidelined, Reddick could seamlessly take on the role of the Lions' primary pass rusher, making him a top choice for the Detroit front office. Should the Lions manage to trade for Reddick, his immediate impact on the defensive front cannot be understated. With 27 sacks over the last 2 seasons, Reddick is among the most feared edge defenders in the NFL. His combination of speed, power, and football IQ has allowed him to dominate in both pass rushing and run-stopping scenarios. In Detroit, he would slot in perfectly as the centerpiece of a pass rush that desperately needs reinforcement. Paired with the Lions' already formidable defensive line, Reddick would force opposing offenses to alter their blocking schemes, opening up more opportunities for other players to make plays. His ability to consistently disrupt quarterbacks would also take some pressure off the Lions' secondary, making their defense more formidable as they push for playoff contention. The loss of Aiden Hutchinson is a huge blow to the Lions. As one of the most dynamic and explosive edge rushers in the league, Hutchinson has become a cornerstone of Detroit's defense. His relentless pursuit of quarterbacks and ability to disrupt opposing offenses have been pivotal to the Lions' early season success. However, with Hutchinson out for the foreseeable future, the Lions need to act quickly to ensure they don't lose the momentum they've built. Replacing a player of Hutchinson's caliber is no easy task, but Reddick represents one of the few options that could potentially fill that void. If the Lions are unable to make a trade for Reddick or another high-profile pass rusher, they will have to rely on their current roster to fill the gap. The team is expected to start James Houston and Josh Paschal at defensive end for their upcoming game against the Minnesota Vikings. However, both players have yet to record a sack this season, raising concerns about their ability to pressure opposing quarterbacks. The Lions have also recently signed Isaiah Thomas off the Cincinnati Bengals practice squad, and he could see significant playing time as the team looks for ways to bolster their pass rush. Still, without a proven pass rusher like Hutchinson, the Lions' defensive line faces an uphill battle in their quest to maintain their dominant form. Reddick's versatility makes him an appealing target not only because of his pass rushing ability, but also due to his speed and athleticism. He has shown the ability to drop back into coverage when necessary, making him a valuable asset in defending against mobile quarterbacks and dual-threat offensive systems. The Lions could use a player of Reddick's caliber to counteract high-powered offenses like those of the Minnesota Vikings and Green Bay Packers, which they will face later this season. His ability to disrupt plays and force turnovers could give Detroit the edge they need to solidify their standing in the NFC North. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the Detroit Lions' potential pursuit of Haason Reddick. Do you think Reddick would be the perfect fit to replace Aiden Hutchinson? Should the Lions prioritize making a trade for him? Or would another pass rusher like Za'Darius Smith? Who would be the option to take the Lions to the Super Bowl? Leave your analysis in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for our channel. Join our community as a new fan to stay updated with our latest content. Let's strengthen Lions. Catch you later.